As I'm sure you guys know, over the weekend, there was a parade. Parade for Israel. Parade for Israel. Did you know that, Jen? Did you know there was a parade?
No, and I hope that someday there's a form of justice and the people in this will be held accountable, because as far as I'm concerned, these people are traitors. These people are traitors. And the people that the idea of what you're about, that 224, that thing where they want to combine our military, that's treasonous. That's treasonous.
To have
I think it's a violation of the Constitution. I mean, it's been a while since I've, read Article 1, but it's not sounding right to me. Okay, so I think that we have a situation here. Not that anybody cares about the Constitution anymore. I don't even know why I say that. Nobody cares about laws. Nobody gives a shit. They're dropping white phosphorus in neighborhoods. So we're the most rogue, lawless. Like forget what I said. Who cares? Fuck the Constitution, right?
At this point, it sure seems that way.
I mean, I always took it very seriously, but apparently I'm like in a very small category of people, very small group.
Well, this is why we say that Mamdani is a very unique individual, because he truly is standing up against this. United Slaves of Israel is the new name. Yeah, that's true. And this is why. So Raphael Shimonov, who I know, have some disagreements with, but give him credit. He is very anti-Israel and he is Jewish. And
is he Israeli?
I'm not sure. He's not Ashkenazi. He might be.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is he? But he, that doesn't mean he's Israeli. He could be Sephardic. Yeah.
Yeah. So he is going to take us through a quick walkthrough of all of the wonderful people who showed up at this event the other day. And make no mistake, ladies and gentlemen, this was a Democratic Party establishment shindig, if there ever was one. They were all there. I don't think AOC was there, but it was the usual suspects and then some. Senator Schumer, Congressman Goldman.
These are traitors. These are traitors.
Mm-hmm. Governor Hochul.
Schumer won't live long enough for there to be any sort of he'll never have any accountability in this, but because he's also really up there, but.
Yeah, Chucky the Shoe. Okay, so as Raphael says, come with me as I learn about each person at the official Israeli delegation at today's Israel Day Parade in New York City. There are the people, some of my fellow Jewish and other New Yorkers demanded Mayor Mamdani stand with today. But he didn't.
Good for you. Good for you, Zoran.
So here is Itzhak Wasserloff. Here he is coaching IDF entering Gaza, offering a blessing on the one who seizures babies and dashes them against the rocks.
Wait, here he is wait, what? He's coaching who? What?
Pay attention. Look.
Wait, he's coaching IDF. Okay, on offering a blessing. Ugh. Disgusting.
This guy's a mass murderer. So that's one. Number two, this is Cabinet Minister Amahai Ben Eliyahu. Eliyahu? Is that?
Well, he's right behind Smotrich, so whatever.
He called on bombing humanitarian aid to Gaza. He called on starving Gazans. There's no such thing. They're Palestinians. And he called on nuking Gaza.
But here, the fact that this guy says that means he's a bigot too.
Sure, of course.
So we're reading what one bigot says about another bigot. Okay.
And here is, Jen, I'd like you to do the honors on this one.
The representative of the genocidal entity, Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich. He said, it may be just and moral to starve 2 million Gaza residents, but no one in the world would let us. He also defined victory after October 7th as Gaza fully destroyed. He is a supporter of greater annexing the West Bank and beyond into other nations like Jordan, and believes Palestinians aren't real. Speaking of parades in the genocidal entity, he organized the anti-LGBTQ parade called Beast March, claiming the farm animals they forced to march had less sin than queer people. So all of you, anybody that's remotely a push blue person or a support Israel person based on that they are better to the LGBT community, yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm not feeling that love. This guy is like a monster. He's one of those where I wish bad things and I hate that I wish bad things. And I hate and I'm angry that I wish bad things. So that's where we are.
This is Ariel Kellner. Whoever remains in the north, we will truly starve them. One goal, Nakba. A Nakba will overshadow the Nakba of 48. A Nakba in Gaza and a Nakba for anyone who dares to join. He was one of 8 officials who signed a letter demanding the elimination of all food and power sources in Gaza. And of course he looks like that. He's definitely one, sibling screw job removed, I would imagine. This is Amir Ohana, Speaker of the Israeli Knesset. Ohana praised Trump's proposal to relocate Gazans and redevelop Gaza, calling it a bold new vision for Gaza and a fresh perspective. If you want a Palestinian state, build it in London or Paris. Signed petition for annexation of the West Bank. Look at that.
Oh my.
What do you think Adam's job is going to be now? What's
I think that he might as well just start, dancing like Bojangles and maybe like, do like minstrel shows. Might as well there. Jesus.
Not all of the goons were Israeli officials. Behind former Mayor Adams is his NYPD detail, Detective Elvis Montalvo. Montalvo has over $42K in settlements paid to victims of his police misconduct. Last year, he made almost $250,000, and he's the former mayor, and he's seen with the former mayor all over the world, of course. Yeah, he looks the part. Oh, there he is. Oh, he went and kissed the wall too. Well, I guess it's what it takes to make $250,000.
They all go and kiss the wall.
Yeah. Ugh. Let's see what James Zogby had to say, because he's one of the best ones out there. To celebrate the Jewish community, its contributions to American life, and to support their security would have been a good thing. But to stand with Israel while it's devastating Lebanon, continuing genocide in Gaza, and hosting this collection of war criminals, that's another story. And you're damn right, it's another story. And now what we're going to show you is exactly how sadistic these people are. Colin, can I get that clip that I just sent?
Okay, now you're going to have to be more specific because there's no shortage of that information. Like, what clip are we watching? What do you have?
So we can show all of the wonderful people that decided to line up and support this ridiculous parade. That includes, of course, Chuck Schumer, Senator, former Mayor Adams, of course, Attorney General Tish James. Yeah, they do a lot of things. Whatever
That's
they have,
that's the nubbin.
They're lacking quite a bit. Congressman Goldman was there.
All right, so I mean, we don't need to watch a video of them being there, right?
No. Okay. I'm not showing that. Who cares? We don't need.
That's what I'm saying. What are you going to show us about the sadistic nature of
see. I mean, I sent the clip to Colin. I'm waiting for it. So
okay, I'm sure he'll get it
someday.
Was this the one that I sent you?
No, it's different.
No,
this is the clip that truly shows the indignant behavior of the Zios and who they really are, because they hate seeing the truth. They hate seeing things shoved in their face, because in the end, it just kind of speaks to how depraved their ideology is. And they know that they're on borrowed time. They can't be that stupid. They understand that in the short run, they win, but in the long run, they lose. They have to know this. Here's why. Let's try this one more time. Hopefully it will actually not be buffering so heavily when we play it. Let's try it again.
We've seen so many of those games.
Free USA from fucking Islam, motherfucker.
Israel is committing genocide in Gaza. Israel is committing genocide in Gaza. Israel is committing genocide in Gaza. And you are supporting it. And you are supporting it.
This is along the parade route.
This is our fucking city. Get the fuck out of here. No room for any fucking Zionists. Get the fuck out of here. This is the fuck out of here. Shame on you.
What's the halacha?
Shame.
He's starting with me. He's telling me to get out.
Stephen, let's
What's
go.
the halacha? Tell me.
You should go, Stephen.
Stephen, we have to
Stephen,
go
you
to
should
brunch.
go.
We got to go to brunch, Stephen. You're
Stephen.
making a big stink.
If that is not a North Shore, Long Island Jewish woman, I've never heard one before in my life.
Oh, the comfort level. They scream comfortable.
And you all think that this is a Republican problem? You think because Trump is there that, oh my God, it's so terrible. Yeah, it's terrible. Guess what? If the Democrats were there, the same thing would be happening. Who do you think is in control?
Well,
Who do you
I
think runs the
remember
show?
this genocide starting with Genocide Joe. So
Yeah. Listen, Candace Owens has been great. You know, we laud what she has done along with Tucker in regards to pulling the right away from Israel. But I will tell you, when she had Hunter Biden on and she basically gave him a pass when he tried to absolve his family from
I was wondering, why are we
responsibility
talking about Candace?
in
But
this
there it
genocide is unacceptable.
Yes.
And this is the thing about short-term memory. This is the thing about the fact that, you know, we always said President Blinken. Why would we say President Blinken? President Blinken is connected to Robert Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein. And this whole, could Mamdani have arrested? You know what? That's a, Jen, could he have?
No. And the reason is because the United States and the genocidal entity are not parties to the International Criminal Court. It's one of the reasons, I believe it was during the first Trump administration, that we just totally blew them off. So because we're not a party to that, we don't have to. However, if Smotrich, let's say his plane had difficulties and they had to land in a country that did have somebody willing to uphold and abide by international law, then he could be arrested.
Of all the people, the only person worse than to have had Smotrich there today would have been Gavir. But to have one of those three men, Smotrich, Gavir, or Netanyahu, at that parade, they're telling you it's revolution or nothing. They're not going to stop. They're not going to stop. We are through it's the old saying, ladies and gentlemen, but we are through the looking glass here, people.
No, they're not going to stop. These are people that need to be stopped.
Correct.
They'll never stop voluntarily. They're never going to stop. They're not going to negotiate.
Remember when we were very adamant about the fact that Tish James was basically using her political position strictly to prosecute Trump in New York, which was probably the weakest case of them all? But she did it for political cannon fodder, even though, as you have pointed out time and again, one of the biggest indictments of law enforcement, particularly in a city like New York, is that they have backlogging for decades on cases that could use real detective work and police investigative work. But who fucking cares about that shit? That's real justice. We need political justice, and we need to look good. And so now, while everybody is blowing smoke up Tish James's ass, who's planning on running for governor, by the way, she's out there in that fucking parade, and she has the audacity to claim that she's a progressive.
Wait, this is someone who claims to be, I mean, yeah, the amount of untested rape kits in places like New York, in places like that have very big backlogs. These are not places that are concerned with your safety and your well-being.
No.
They're just not. These are not, I mean, well, that's not what the punishment bureaucracy does. So that's, you know, I reject the term law enforcement entirely.
Well, what would you call it then?
I call it a punishment bureaucracy, and those are their foot soldiers. I call it the boot of the oppressor. I call it, I don't know, slave catchers, goon thugs. I don't know. You can call them whatever you want to, but they're not enforcing laws. They're harassing people that are poor. There's a big difference. If they were enforcing laws, then people like the Sacklers would be incarcerated. You know, it's not about that. And anybody interested, I've talked about this on my Mission Abolition series, and we talked about it when we had Alec Karakatsanis on. And yeah, there is no law enforcement that is to protect and serve us. That doesn't exist. Law enforcement has always been and will continue to be protecting capital and the oppressor. That's what they do. That's what they do. So the people who like law enforcement fancy themselves in that class.
Colin, can you pull up that picture, please? To me, this image kind of defines all of it. It just tells you that if you think
that's a good term. That's a good term.
Capitalist security forces. Yeah, well, that is what they do.
But it's not law enforcement. There's no.
No, it's capital.
Let's call it selective law enforcement.
No, it's capital protection. Colin, I just texted it to you.
Stop being curt. What is this that you're wanting to look at now?
I just think the image kind of captures
Which one
essentially why you cannot, well, you can't vote your way out of this. And it is high past time to get serious about what we're going to do here, because
I'm sorry, I just heard you say it's time to get high.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, here's the governor, here's the attorney general, and they are walking out in front in support of this nonsensical parade that shouldn't even exist, to be honest. I mean, the whole celebration of Israel. So
I'm sorry. I saw that. It went through, and I looked at us, and he ain't wrong.
a lot of geometry in you guys. Oh,
because between my background and your background, like
the lines.
Yeah, it's just funny. It's true.
Yeah,
it's true. Mine's a work in progress. Kathy,
and this is why I keep saying that the Democratic Party is so much more dangerous than the Republican Party, because with the Republicans, you see it coming. With the Democrats, they're so much more underhanded about how they do this. They want to pretend like they're actually fighting on the side of justice, and then they go and do this. This is all you need to see. I mean, this gives away the game. To even be seen with them in this moment, under different circumstances, if this was 3 years ago, it would look ridiculous, but you're doing this now?
And I just, in being very clear, and this is just the general rule, okay? Any Politico that's participating with anything Zio at this point is a whore.